Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hazy Headed. I am so excited to announce what I have in store for you guys. So what I am currently doing is I am searching for a little philosophical guidance. I think a lot of times when you get out of a situation where you're not doing well, you're not behaving well, you kind of are enlightened by this path to sobriety, and I have been wanting to find an intellectually stimulating concept, and I have arrived to the conclusion of Stoicism. Now, let me tell you something. If you would have told me 6 months ago I would be looking into this boring information on philosophical practices, I would have thought you're crazy. But I want to emphasize how important it is to have some sort of meaning, direction, understanding of this crazy world that we have out there. And I arrived at the conclusion of Stoicism. So I don't know if you people know, since it's 2025, but there is actually something called a local library that has all these books for free that you can check out just for signing up, and you get this little card. And I got to tell you, it's one of the greatest things I have ever discovered. A library, a book filled, almost museum-like experience where you can have unlimited knowledge at your fingertips. And I arrived on meditations. I am so excited to be reading this and furthering my understanding of Stoicism. So, just for a little philosophical background and why I chose to look into Marcus Aurelius's text is because I was living on a very pleasure-filled life. I wanted to smoke, drink, do all these things that would give my brain a quick hit of dopamine. And that is actually a philosophical practice called hedonism. And what that is you are just trying to live for pleasure. Everything you do is around and trying to obtain pleasure. And I was tired of living like that. It got me into trouble. I had no guidance. So I did a little research. I saw YouTube videos. I've seen people discuss and recommend to me Stoicism. And quite frankly, like the easiest level of Stoicism and how to describe it is pretty much it's a philosophy in simple terms where you are fulfilled by the work and effort that you put in rather than the outcome. So if I put out 60 YouTube videos and I get 2 likes or I get 2 comments, or I get 2 shares and my podcast doesn't grow, Stoicism says, okay, well, you tried hard, you put your heart out there, you worked hard to build something bigger than yourself, and that's what matters. That's where the fulfillment is, not the outcome. And I am so excited. So how these episodes will break down. There's 12 texts in this book that, talk about different virtues and everything like that. I guess not technically virtues, different books of practices and discussions. And I'm going to be doing 12 episodes total, so I'm so excited to do this. It'll be released on video, it'll be released on Spotify, it'll be released everywhere. But more importantly, the release schedule is going to essentially look like this. So the 28th, which is a Monday, I'll be releasing the first book, second book, and third book. And what I'm going to be doing is my modern take. I am learning this alongside you guys. So it'll be like totally fun. It'll be totally engaging, especially if you start from the beginning. But I am going to be doing that. So the 28th, 1, 2, 3, the 4th of August, so 28th this month of July. On the 4th of August, I will be doing 4, 5, 6. The 11th of August, I will be doing 7, 8, 9. And then on the 18th of August, I will be doing 10, 11, and 12. So it'll be 3 episodes released each Monday. And Yeah, so it's going to be my take on Stoicism, how it relates to my life, how it may improve my life, what I'll do to implement it. Like I said, a totally modern take, discussions of this ancient text. And I am so excited. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman Empire, and just reading a little bit of the introduction, he would have never expected to be that way. He was bound to be, a senator or someone of well-respected intellectualism, but he pretty much says in this book that he never would have thought that his view on life and his practices would have made him as big as this did, and all the practices that we now today look back and think he's a philosophical genius. So it's crazy, and I'm so excited to dive into this with you all and learn alongside you. I am going to be putting a lot of effort towards editing, and it's going to be great. So follow up. And in the meantime, get excited, share, like. I want to continue to create great content for you all and kind of get myself out there and see what we learn. Please follow Hazy Headed on all platforms. Thank you.